All right, I'm here with my new Canyon Grail on, getting it ready for one of its first rides. Going to clean up the cassette and chain a little bit. Had to improvise with the bike setup. I don't have too much to hold it, but thankfully I got this Yakima Fullback 3 recently, which is pretty solid, and it's working out pretty well. A couple things about the Grail On's control system. This is the Purion control system. I don't know too much about Bosch or Bosch products, but I tried really hard to confirm with the Canyon representatives if this was going to be able to have some sort of smart app that would help with security, like the Flow or the other Bosch app. They assured me that it would. It doesn't. You need the Purion 200, I guess. I'm not tech savvy enough to understand that those were fundamentally different models. But I do ultimately think this is the better model over the Grizzle. I really like the 500 watt battery and the 85 nanometers of torque put out by the Bosch motor. So very happy with this bike overall. Just a little bit disappointed with the security and control system there. A couple things about the Grail On installation that were kind of confusing and not exactly clear from the video and manuals. This top screw here tightens to about 2 nanometers. Then here you're supposed to do the bottom at 4, the top at 4, the bottom at 7, and then the top at 7 nanometers. This bike post, you're supposed to apply some friction assembly paste to it, also to a little bit of the in-between pieces here at the very bottom. There was a little attachment that said apply some friction paste there too. The post itself clamps together at 7 Newton meters and then tightens at about 5 Newton meters. And that's about it. From the factory, the chain and cassette have a little bit of residue and definitely need to be oiled up. I just thought, I'm not the best at bike maintenance, so I thought I'd just give it a little bit of a rinse with this Mountain Flow and Finish Dry that I got from REI. The first step though, I need to remove the battery and we'll get started. Okay, a frustrating thing about this battery that is definitely not made clear. I just had to spend about 10 minutes looking this up to figure out what's going on. But when you're unlocking it, you click this, and then there's actually just another lock right here that you have to press to fully get it out. Definitely not made clear in any of the videos or instructions. All right, that seemed to go pretty well. I wetted the area, sprayed on some of the Mountain Flow degreaser, just a very light layer, cleaned it with a brush and some rags. Dried it pretty well. Actually, I have an air compressor, so that was nice. Got it real dry. Then I put a drop of lubricant on every one of these pieces of chain and wiped up the excess. The Grail came with these classy clip-in pedals, which I probably will end up using in the long run. But today I'm hoping to go on a long ride, so I'm going to switch to these Shimano SPD SLs. Kind of look through the instructions, very confusing in terms of the torque, but Park Tools recommends at least 35 Newton meters, so we're going to get these guys hopped on. All right, the bike is almost ready to go, oiled up, new pedals. Last thing I want to do, I'm going to put on this Orbit Velo tracker. Usually I put it on the water bottle case on my bike, but this has a nifty little kind of, not compartment, but there's just a void space here in the battery. I noticed this just kind of slips right up there, and I don't really intend to take the battery off all that much, so that's nice and kind of an extra hidden security protection for the bike.